What's up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome to another edition of the Paraverse podcast. It is Sunday. Yes, I know, folks. It's weird. I'm here on the Sunday night, but what are you gonna do? Just sit back, listen, enjoy. It's been a while since I've heard that song. It's been about a week or so, and I love it. I love that song. Anyway, tonight I am rejoined because he ain't new. He knows what he's doing, I think. But he's definitely the first time on the Paraverse. So everyone, please help me welcome my brother, Shadow, aka Aaron. What's up, brother?
Not much. Just moving forward as always with all the weird shit.
Well, you came to the right show.
Yep. And I brought a present this time.
Oh, you fuck. Okay, so before we begin here, guys. Okay, so before we begin, as most of you know, we like to have fun. We like to have fun. We like to hang out. We like to BS. We like to joke and all that good stuff. Most of it doesn't get seen. It happens backstage. If you have a show, Aaron, I know you do, brother. You know, a lot of the fun stuff happens backstage, and all I have to say is, first of all, damn, it's good to hang out with you again and screw you at the same time. So we were backstage. We were backstage doing what we always do, just BS and having a good time chatting. And my brother here brings up a topic, a gentleman. And if you want to know about it, message privately, because this can't be seen on podcasts, and it's not what you think. He's a, what do you call him, a psychic surgeon or telekinetic surgeon?
Yeah, the psychic surgeon, and his name is June Labo. He's been around for decades, and he's actually really well known, and he is very well documented. And there are a few videos that have been released. Not very many, because he didn't want to sensationalize what he was doing, because his goal is to help people.
Which most doctors and surgeons should be.
Right. And some of you might recognize the name, but aren't quite placing it. It's because this is the last doctor to see and treat Andy Kaufman.
Okay. So the short version, folks, is Aaron sent me a video, and you guys know me. I like looking at evidence. I like looking at videos and watching these things and all this stuff. I'm calling the bullshit on this one. Documented by who? A kindergarten class? Because here's the thing. It's a great video. I will tell you that. It is a great freaking video. Dude's making incisions with these things. And you can ask Aaron. My first response was, dude needs a manicure. But yeah, every logical bone in my body is peeking at bullshit right now, watching this video. So I just don't get it. Because, by the way, folks, these patients, if that's what they're going to be called, they're fully awake. They're aware of what's going on. I'm sorry, but if some dude just pulls an Indiana Jones and rips my heart out while I'm awake, I'm not going to go, oh, like the dude in the video did. I'd be like, put that back. What are you doing? Stop it. No.
Right.
My God. The physics of it to me is just like, you have so many nerves in your body. If someone takes their finger and goes, you feel it.
Yeah.
Let alone your stomach.
Right.
Or, dude, it's literally pulling out. Just a little teaser, guys. Dude's pulling out these little black things, and I thought they were leeches at first. Literally just ripping these things. What do you call them? Dead cells or something?
He called calcium deposit.
Okay, so he's pulling these calcium deposits that look like little leeches, or
bad
you can
tissue,
imagine this like bad tissue. There you go. It looks like either leeches or like really bad jerky. If you can get that, get that image in your head, like really moist.
The one that didn't quite turn into jerky.
Yeah, like really. What? But anyway, just ripping these guys out, and the patient literally looks up and goes, "Oh, okay," and lays back down. I'm like, no. Yeah, if you want to see the video, folks, message me. I will forward it. But
right.
you beware.
Okay. Now, just full disclosure, the video is actually very short because the uploader wanted to focus on the part that just is mind blowing. But what happens is the patient goes in, he brings him into a room, and he does ritual with prayer and chakra manipulation, so to speak. This is how he manipulates the nerve ending to not respond when he performs his procedures. So, I mean, this takes mind over matter to a completely different level. I admit, I myself, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, I'm going to rewind to see if I see a cutscene somewhere or, any kind of but this video was made in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Which
way before. Way before technology. Just, you got to see this video. But anyway, he takes his thumb, he kind of does this weird, almost like kneading with the human skin until it splits open, and he digs his fingers in.
Think of a massage therapist or a chiropractor. When they find a knot, they just start like digging and moving like that to break that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine him, your chiropractor or massage therapist, just reaching in and taking it out.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going on here, folks. We're not even BSing you at this point. Like I have the video, literally just rubbing on it. It's like, oh, well, that's not a good spot, and just rips it out of the dude.
Right.
It's like, well,
fair warning, you will see blood. Not a lot.
No, not a lot. That's the other thing too. Dude didn't bleed like you would expect. Dude's got like a 4-inch hole in his gut and just little drips here and there. I'm going.
Right. But you also got to remember what I pointed out at the end of the video, which I'm not going to tell the listeners. That's something you're just going to have to go watch.
Wax on, wax off. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
My only other, besides the bullshit that I'm calling on this one, is I wouldn't go to him if I was constipated. That's the only other thing I will say. If I'm constipated, I'm not going to this dude.
Yeah.
Because that is going to be a shitty day for me and him. Literally and figuratively. But anyway,
I'm not sure I want to have him working those fingers on that one part of the body either.
Could you imagine? All of a sudden you're a turkey, just right.
Yep.
He's just his elbow deep. Oh, that is it. Blockage. Oh shit, it's your arm.
Yeah.
But anyway, so sorry folks. I know that was a hell of a way to start this show off, but you guys know me by now, or if you don't, welcome. But when something happens and I had that little itch, I had to scratch it, and this was a big freaking itch. So
yeah.
So anyway, Aaron, the same thing as always, brother. We do like to say hello still to the audience because, as you know, audience makes the shows. We like to have fun with the audience. So if you are watching for the first time, welcome, and please
I'm
guys,
sorry.
That too. That's in the description. I should start putting that. If you're watching this for the first time, I do apologize. But if you guys have anything you want to ask or say, or you want to comment on, by all means, have at it, because we try to keep this as upbeat, laid back, and as chill as possible.
Right.
Familiar face right there. Kimmy, how are you tonight? I saw a long time. I said long time no see, but I think it was last night. Yep. But amazing. If you guys have it, go check out Kimmy. The always lovely Liz. Hi, Liz. Welcome, welcome. Liz is saying hello to you as well, brother. Nancy, welcome
from across the pond.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Nancy. Glad to see you back. Little bit. Let's see. Liz jumped over to the YouTube side, and Nancy says, ew. Yeah, yep. Definitely. It's not for the faint of heart. If you have a weak stomach, folks, I would not watch this. But yeah, Kimmy continues. I'm sorry, I wouldn't trust anyone with surgery, pain management that didn't have drugs. Second, I've seen these videos, but not for a long time. Really dig in and create an opening and pull stuff out. I agree, BS. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Nancy. I'm just, the logical side of me is sitting there, like the bullshit meter is peaking, but at the same time, the paranormal side of me is like, well, you've seen some weird shit, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
This is definitely up there, though.
Yeah, and as far as my the buck meter is concerned, that, and I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
What's up, Anna? How are you? Let's see. Nice. Welcome. So, anyway, brother, welcome back to not just the show, but I also want to give you my personal welcome back to the field. For those of you who don't know, Aaron did take a little sabbatical because I knew the fucker would be back. Can't stay away. But no, I seriously want to say welcome back. In all seriousness, I like to be I like to have fun, but at the same time be serious. I missed hanging out with you. We had for those of you who don't know, Aaron started up a podcast again, Specter Radio. Had me on. What was it this week or last week?
Last week. It's Sunday, so it's last week.
Well, it depends on your schedule.
Well, yeah.
My week doesn't start till tomorrow, but anyway, it was a lot of fun. Either way, it was great catching up with you, and I had to return the favor. So
it was a 2-hour show.
Would you expect anything less from you and me?
Nope.
There we go. So again, welcome back. His ears were ringing. There's Anthony from the Texas Wraith Hunters.
And Wraith World Podcast.
Well, there was a little running joke about the Wraith Chasers. You know. But love you, brother. But definitely go check out Anthony and the Wraith World Podcast and the Texas Wraith Hunters. Kind of intriguing, but very dubious on that. Yeah, it's a 50-50 split for me on that one. But anyway, so first of all, again, like I said, welcome back. So let's start off with Specter Radio. What's up with Specter Radio? What's going on? What are some things going on with that?
Well, Specter Radio was something that I started with Lisa Marie 3 years ago.
It's been that long already.
And she had other ambitions, and so I took over Specter Radio and just ran with it for a while. It had a lot of guests, and you hear about it all the time, but after a while you start to see a lot of toxic behavior and things like that. And that was one of the reasons why I left the field. And a couple weeks ago, I was like, I wonder if how the field has changed, if it's changed. And my wife was like, I don't know why you quit Specter Radio in the first place. Why don't you just bring it back? So, and if I ever want to see her naked again, I usually take her advice. So,
good, fair play.
Yeah. Well, happy wife, you hear the expression happy wife, happy life. That's not true. It's more like happy wife, quiet life.
I am keeping my mouth shut because last time I said the Wicked Queen didn't listen to my show, she popped in. So
yep.
I'm going to say I agree and I love you.
Yep.
Just in case she's watching.
But yeah, so, had to go back through all of my old memory drive and pull up everything, and I'm looking at it and I was like, you know what? I got to change it. So new logo, new intro, new music.
It's badass. And, I'll say that.
Yeah, thanks. It just started, so I'm curious to see how it goes. I know the first 4 videos, I'm coming up on 300 views with all of them.
Wow, congrats.
And that's the audience. The audience they're the ones that's actually going to make whatever you and I do. They're the ones that's going to make the show successful.
I couldn't agree more.
So I definitely appreciate everybody, checking us out. You check out anybody in the field. That kind of support is, that's needed.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that one. And I've said this before, like if I ever make like 1 million subscribers, or become monetized or stuff like that. It's not because of anything I'm doing. It's because of the audience, and that's why it's important. And that's honestly why Paraverse was started, because Paraverse is for the audience to come on, to host a show, to have some fun, to talk about what they've got going on, to be seen, be heard. And it doesn't have to be paranormal. I mean, we had Wild Bill and Big Rob from the Patrol on, and we were talking about conspiracies for about a month. You and I want to decide we want to do some gaming. Well, fuck it, let's do some gaming. We want to talk about fishing. Well, we'll sit there and talk about fishing. and we want to talk, sports. Football, Penn State, by the way, 63 to 0 against UMass. But yeah, all people have to do is just let me know. And, that's the thing. Like, the audience makes people popular. Let's be that honest. I mean, people like Zach and, sorry, reaction. It's like reflexes. And like all these shows, they're only popular because people watch them. It has nothing to do with it. They're not doing anything special.
Yep.
I mean, nothing against ghost hunters. I think I have respect for Jason and all of them, but
I got to stop you right there. I just came out with a new shirt design to ask this question, or actually to kind of make the point on an issue. What the fuck is with this ghost hunter bullshit? Okay, it's not like you can just go to Walmart and buy a box of fucking ghost rounds. Okay, and if you do see a ghost, pew pew. Okay, what now? How the fuck are you going to stuff a ghost for a taxidermy?
Somebody once asked me, no lie at all. I was out in San Diego. I was just outside the Whaley House. I was at the El Campo Santo Cemetery, which is like a block away. And I was with my team, and there's a brick wall there, or a concrete wall. And we're just hanging over, looking into the cemetery, and we're just watching for the shadow to start moving, because they're notorious for that. And someone comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, are you guys looking for ghosts? We got paranormal all over our uniforms." We're like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, so you're like ghost hunters?" And I was like, "Kind of, yeah." Dude with the straightest face in the world looks at me and goes, "What kind of gun do you use?"
Yeah.
My smart ass went, 45 usually does the trick. He goes, "Oh, okay." Walks away. I'm like, did you fucking just believe me? What the fuck? It's like, yeah, I agree. See, to me, ghost hunter are the people, and again, just my opinion, they're the enthusiasts. They're the ones that go running around in the dark with a flashlight with no rhyme or reason, going, who's dead? Who's dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? Is there someone there? Are you dead? There's no science behind it. There's no reason for them to be out there besides they just want to get evidence. And they're enthusiasts, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And then there's the paranormal investigator, which I feel like I can hold that title, because you go out, you don't just go, you find something, you get a response on your SB7 or you get a REM pod to go off, and you go, no, you go, okay, let's dive further in. Let's find out, who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? Do you have a message that you want to bring across? And you ask those in-depth questions. That's an investigator to me. And that's the difference, folks.
There's that, but there's also the aspect where, sometimes, instead of trying to figure out if it's who the spirit is, if you walk into a location, first thing first, you'd always take a look at the surrounding.
Yep.
Because you never know, there could be something mechanical or something electrical that could interfere with equipment.
100%.
I've seen people walking down a hallway and they get a little weird blip, and then they back up and it blipped again. And my first reaction is they're probably standing at a junction point, or there's a fuse box on the other side of the wall.
Yep. And you see, that's, like I said, that's the difference to me. And I think most of us in this field at this point have that same philosophy, because I know a lot of people like Brian Laverty from Parapost, he said the same thing. He said kind of the same thing. I'll just put it that way. I love Brian. But Brian said it in a Brian way, but
Right.
paranormal investigator.
Canadian accent.
Sorry. Well, at the end of the day, no, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Just messing. But Brian knows I love him in a brotherly way, of course. But but a paranormal investigator is one who goes beyond, who takes that extra step. The ones who go into a home and try to help not just the spirits, but the family as well.
Yeah.
And actually, I had this conversation this past week with my family. They're not a big fan of the paranormal. They don't like what I'm doing. They don't like what Mackenzie's doing. They don't obviously like what we do collectively. And I've told them, I said, listen, in my 17 years of doing this, I've helped over 400 homes and businesses, hundreds of families, get closure, help with marriages, bring marriages back together, bring families back together, unite people, help with abuse, both alcoholic and everything else under the sun. I said, we've brought in answers. I've gotten closer in my religion. I'm, networking with some amazing people like yourself, like Brian, like Howard, like Chris. The list goes on and on. I said, and on top of that, I'm a part of an event, Global Ghost Hunt, that happens for 20 days, 2 10-day events twice a year to unite people from all over the world to just have a good time. I said, so where is the negative side of this? You tell me, where is the negative side? And they shut up. I'm like, that's what I thought.
Right. I mean, when it comes to people that are spiritually minded or religious, the one thing I've always, questioned, I'll just go ahead and say it, Christian. I mean, I myself was raised a Christian, and I have my faith in that. And I've met both sides of the argument.
Hold on. If we're going to religion side here, I got to put my clergy badge on.
But, I've heard arguments on both sides about the paranormal. Yeah. And the one thing I've always come down to, and it's the same one every time, is I can't imagine people are willing to think that God is that limited and that narrow-minded. I mean, he's got to have, if you believe in that side of religion, he's got to have created the multiverse. I mean, it can't be something so simple as just heaven, earth, that's it. Angel, demon, life, death. It's not that simple.
It can't be. And, to me, and keep in mind, folks, this is not a religious debate by any stretch of the imaginations. Right. This is an open conversation that we're having, and this is our opinions. Don't like it. I don't know how else to say it, but I myself am a Christian. But, I've studied other religions as well. I've read the books. I've looked at everything. I've looked at the proof in front of me. And there's a lot of theories. So, obviously, my thought process is there isn't. It's not as black and white. If it was as black and white, then already what we've been taught is wrong. Because God's wisdom is above our own. We cannot even fathom his plan and his wisdom. So for it to be that black and white, either heaven, hell, or here, I don't know about that. And also, if that's the case, again, who are we talking to? When we go out and we do these investigations, who are we talking to? Because the paranormal then wouldn't exist if there was only a heaven and a hell.
Yeah.
So there's obviously something else. And I said, again, this isn't the end. This chapter in our life, this physical side, this isn't the end. If energy cannot be destroyed, that is exactly what we are, our soul, it's energy. It can't be destroyed. So it has to go somewhere. Something's got to happen to it. So our question should now be, what happens? What happens after death?
Yep.
And who's to say who's right or wrong? I've heard a couple of people having some near-death experiences. One of them being our close friend AJ Capasso from Coventry Circle. He's told his story. And I know a couple others that have had some near-death experiences, and they've all told me pretty similar stories.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I don't know. Like, I if I had to choose, I think there's a theory out there where we get a choice. We get a choice at that point to either go to the next realm, which is the realm that we see these spirits in, or we can go to heaven and be judged, or whatever. We go to that level, or you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's more options. There has to be, or we can go back and forth. You know, it's just we go to a new realm and we can come back and forth because at that point we don't have any of the physical restrictions.
Right. Well, you know, and I've also had some investigation that made me question as to whether angel, demons, and human spirit is all there is.
Yeah.
I've come across things that I have starting to lean to being elemental. And I'm starting to find that there are things out there that don't have anything to do with good or evil.
Yeah. And, the other thing too, and for those of you who don't know, Aaron's working on something new, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But we've said this before, and I'll say it again. Everything in this field of study is theory. Mm-hmm. Nothing is concrete. There is no scientific basis for what we do. There is no one piece of evidence that is 100%, yep, that's a ghost.
Right.
And there's always speculation. There's always theories about what happens and all this and that. So if I sit here and say that every good morning, every ghost is purple, minus, especially in the sky, you can't prove me wrong. On the same aspect, you can't prove me right either. Or they're rainbow colored, or they're shiny and glittery. They're like the Twilight vampires. They're all shiny.
I hope not.
But that's the thing. Like, your theory is absolutely right. Why? Because it's right to you. If that's what you believe, fuck it.
I do feel like people sometimes get confused between compelling evidence and final evidence. Compelling evidence, is not a set in stone thing. And that's basically the best we can get for right now with where we're at, technologically speaking.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely, Shane. And we're going to get that. I think that's still Shane. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Now, hold on. I am a professional amateur.
I'm a professional asshole. But I can't say jackass because I think Scotty took that title.
Yeah,
Scotty, if you're watching, are you a professional jackass or we'll figure that out later.
You better slap a copyright and LLC on that.
On Scotty?
Scotty needs to do that on Jackass.
just slap Scotty. Mine. Actually. But yeah, and even Bill is saying the same thing. There are no experts. And and I agree with Bill and what Shane is saying. And I know you and I have said this before. There's no professionals. Nobody knows what the hell.
Right.
Honestly, let's be realistic here, folks. We are guessing. We are really guessing. And I know some of you are going to be a little butthurt with me saying that, but let's be honest. We take our equipment out. Like, here, prime example. There's thousands and thousands of digital cameras out there, right? I got this one. Why? Because people use it and it works. It works for them. So I'm going to go try it. Will it work for me? Well, Penhurst was kind of a, but I think the location had something to do with that one. But, this is a piece of equipment to me that will work. we're working our field. Everything we use, the SB7, everything, the digital recorders, through trial and error, we found that these are the tools to help us get those answers. Is it absolute proof that there's of existence? Fuck no. Fuck no.
Right.
But it's the closest we can get. There is no one solid piece of equipment that is going to 100% give us undeniable evidence of the afterlife.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry. And those of you who sit there and are getting upset about that, again, sorry, not sorry. But look at CNN. CNN could have an actual sit down with the spirit of Jimmy Hoffa. Yes, I'm throwing this. You're throwing old terms out. I'm throwing Jimmy Hoffa under this one. But you could have a sit down with the ghost of Jimmy Hoffa. There's still going to be people that'll sit there, probably Fox, will sit there and say it's CGI.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong, though, folks. I'm dead serious. I'm 100% dead serious. I'm serious about this. If a spirit literally manifests itself in a chair with a sit-down documentary about it, camera crew all over the place, you see it manifest, people are still going to say it's bullshit.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, there are people out there who have experienced things directly themselves and still won't believe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We are perfectly imperfect enthusiasts. There you go. I like that one. I like Shane. I like that. Perfectly imperfect. Professional investigator, but I'm still learning. Exactly. Now, there's a difference, though, Bill, between being a professional and the expert we're talking to. There is no... How do I say this? There is no... I guess you could say expert, or there's no hierarchy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're seasoned investigators. There's people who know what they're doing in the field. They've gotten good at it. They've had a lot of experience with it. Their case solved. But the fact is exactly what Bill said. There are no experts. There's no experts in our field. None.
Right.
There's some that are just better than others at what they do, and they're more confident at it. Doesn't make it right or wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of a more stricter criteria for experts, but I do feel that there are people who you can say are knowledgeable.
That's a good word. Yeah. Okay. I can buy that one.
Yeah, because you got some people that they have studied, they've researched, they've gone on investigation, they've talked with other investigators, they've gone over other evidence. So it just you get people like that. I love talking to them. And I like talking to people in general because, somebody might have a technique that I never thought of. Somebody might have a theory that could explain something that I can't. But we're not going to know if we don't talk to each other.
Oh, absolutely. Uh-oh. Now the show's going to have to end because Raymond's here. What's up, Raymond? How you doing, brother? You guys have to go check out Newsome Paranormal. He's my brother. Make sure, just beware, though, if you're watching Newsome Paranormal Investigation, you turn your computer monitor or your phone to the highest brightness settings, because I guess flashlights are against Raymond's religion or something. I don't know. I had to take that shot, Raymond.
Yeah, Laggy also has a thing for stuffed rabbit.
No lie. Seriously, I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, and I agree, Bill. I agree. And you know what? The funny thing. Love you too, brother. Love you too. But no, and I agree. I agree with what Bill said. Like, honestly, people, let's be real. We're out in public. We can't sit there and just tell a random stranger what we experience or what goes on in the field, because we will be giving ourselves hugs all day long. But you can't be an expert without proven scientific method. We have parapsychology, but we don't have exact science 100%. We have 100% trial and error. Also, check out. Yeah, there you go. Nice plug. I like that, Shane. I like that. That was good. He always does, Bill. He always does. I love Raven. But anyway, so we're going to take a quick break, guys, so don't go anywhere. But the reason why we're taking this break now is because we're starting to touch on something that, in all honesty, I've been saying a lot about for a long time. And Aaron has finally came up with a brainchild to put up or shut up, I guess.
Yep.
Be a good way of saying it. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break. Don't do it quick. It's not an Anthony intro, so don't worry. No.
Hey, you can't talk. I remember those P3 intros.
I don't know what you're talking about. Selective memory. But before we continue on, guys, I want to give my shout outs like I always do. We mentioned him before, our brother Brian John Laverty over there at Parapost. If you guys don't know what Parapost is, welcome to the show. But Parapost is basically a paranormal Facebook without the drama. You can start networking immediately with teams, locations from literally all over the world. Just look for Para right here. You can find them in the App Store, either Android, iOS, doesn't matter. I have it on both my Android and my Apple, my iPhone. You just go to parapost.net, sign up today for free. That's my favorite part. And you can also check them out on Facebook at Parapost Network Central and Parapost 2. And also here very soon, very, very soon, in less than 4 days. Shut up, Raymond. I got to bring this up on. Shut up. But love you. In 4 days, you will be able to catch none other than the Global Ghost Hunt. It is starting. I'm so excited. We have a lot of amazing teams, a lot of amazing locations. Some you may have heard, some you may not have heard about. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be an amazing event. I'm really excited for it. Example, the Wicked Queen and myself are teaming up with none other than Howard Petrie from Paranormal Swamp Investigations on the 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern, and at midnight, we're investigating New Orleans. And when I say
Nolans,
I'm not there yet, but I'm safe for now. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm doing down there, but there's something in the works, and you don't want to miss it. But it starts on the 19th, guys. Don't forget to check us out. Opening ceremony starts at 8 p.m. Brian and myself and possibly a few others from the admin staff will be starting up and kicking it off. And believe it or not, our very own Raymond Newsom and Newsom Paranormal will be starting off the Global Ghost Hunt event at none other than Bobby Mackey's. So you've got a little bit of a bar there, mister. You need to step it up, man. Come on. Absolutely. And guys, seriously, don't forget to check them out. You can check out Global Ghost Hunt on YouTube, pretty much any platform, social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of it, and Facebook as well. But definitely you want to check it out on YouTube or Facebook. Seriously, those are the two main ones for right now because it's starting soon. Global Ghost Hunt will be starting. You're going to see 10 days, amazing teams from all over the world. Check it out. I also want to give a huge shout out, obviously, to our Paralinks family, Howard, Chrissy, Steven, everybody over there. You don't know who you are. If you guys haven't already, you want to see, you don't like this show, go go check out others. They have other amazing shows as well, along with Parapost Network Central. Both pages, all the pages. Paralinks has 5 of them. Go check them out. There's something for everybody. Seriously, there's something for everybody. There's always somebody live doing something amazing. Go check them out. And also, I want to give a special shout out, if I may, to the Jessica Marie Petrie Foundation. If you guys haven't, go check it out. Name might sound a little familiar. That's because it's run by our brother Howard. Short version, it's helping women who are in certain situations. It's a great charity, providing a lot of help for single mothers and expecting mothers. So go check them out, guys. And if you can, donate. If you can't, okay, that's fine too. Just show them some love. It's going to be straight up party at Mackey's. So, just stay out of the parking lot, Raymond. I think you'll be safe. I don't know if you heard about that.
See, here's the thing. I'm worried if Raymond investigates in real life like he does in the game. Where you at, fucker?
Probably. See, I wouldn't know because last time he didn't have a flashlight on, so I don't know what he was doing.
Well, the flashlight lagging?
A big freaking lag. It was the whole 2 hours for the investigation. You know what it probably was? He had a camera in one hand, stuffed animal in the other. That's why there's no flashlight.
Yeah, probably.
Brian, if you're watching, we figured it out. There you go. FYI, folks, we love Raymond. Raymond's our brother. See? It's all in fun. But anyway, it actually is a pretty good segue to something that a lot of people talk about, myself included. Speaking of this for the past 2-3 years that I've been doing this, and that word is para-unity. A lot of people say that para-unity is dead. I don't believe that. The reason why is because me personally, para-unity is more of I don't want to say religion, but like a belief system. You breathe it, you express it, you say it, you do it, your actions back it up. And to me, para-unity is being supportive and understanding of everybody in our field and outside of our field, accepting of everybody. Doesn't matter who they are, what they've done, where they come from, how much money they have, how much equipment they have, where they've investigated. It doesn't matter. You were there to help support them and be there for them in every single way. And there's one reason why people say that it's dead, because their ego. That's just me. And honestly, pieces of paper. They're after a piece of paper, and that's money, folks, by the way, for those of you playing the home game. And they let a piece of paper get in the way of good friendships, good relationships, great people. And honestly, a piece of paper to me isn't worth it. There's no amount of money that would make me treat my brother here any different. Definitely not Raymond any different. We all love Raymond.
Right.
Treat Raymond the same way no matter what.
Yeah, I keep him at the end of a 10-foot pole no matter what. So.
And he's at the end. And then there's me going, got an idea.
Yeah. Fuck you and your idea. The truck ain't that close.
For those of you who don't know what's going on right now, neither do we. But the idea thing comes from Phasmophobia. It's a game that, it's a game where, as Aaron so amazingly put it, we're real paranormal investigators pretend to be paranormal investigators. It is a great, great game. We have a lot of fun playing it. Raven is known for grabbing a hold of stuffed animals and stacking them in this truck.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron is basically, I don't want to say a cameraman. I'd say maybe an active cameraman, because usually the hijinks happen between me and Raymond, and you're just there to witness a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And me, I get ideas. And usually that ends up somebody dying in game. I'm not going to mention who, because I want to keep their identity completely secret. But I sometimes feel bad because I get these ideas and a certain individual who just keeps on dying.
Yeah.
Did you get the hint? Either
Well,
he died. Go ahead.
yeah, usually we'll hear this. Ooh, I found a Ouija board. I got an idea. Which is then followed by, fuck you, I'm going to the truck.
Yep.
And usually the third person or fourth person, depending on how many we have playing, doesn't make it.
Don't know who that
That
would
is
be.
our game sacrifice.
Oh, there you go. Kenny. That's our game, Kenny.
Yeah. You killed Kenny, you bastard.
That's not wrong. He's not wrong, folks, by the way. Or my personal favorite. And yes, this is me. I usually find something shiny, which, by the way, a lot of the objects that you can find, the cursed items in this game, usually summons the spirit, and the spirits will kill you, by the way. Not a maybe, they will. And I'd usually do something and go, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, or a big old fuck, or a shit, or a uh-oh. And yeah,
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Yep, mistakes were made. I normally say, hand it to me. And yeah, but that usually stems from one of my ideas. And it also doesn't help that typically in this game you have to physically open the door. I'm on the other side of the door that somebody's on, shutting it.
Yep.
But
you do not have furlough. You shall not pass.
And I will say a lot of our other really good friends, Emmy, have some really good screams. Really good screams.
See, that's the thing about this game. When I go on investigations, like real investigations, I'm not scared. I might, something might catch my attention. I might get a little spooked, like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
But between Phasmophobia and the Demonologist, which you need to check out, turned me into a twitchy motherfucker. It doesn't help when you're playing with really good headphones. It's got really good audio quality, and you hear something run up behind you, or you hear them coming at you, or the creepy little crawler. That fucker always just like, I don't care who you are. Everybody we played with, they see that fucker, they're like, oh, shit! Because they come right out of the floor at you.
There was a time where I ran past there and the ghost got him instead of me. I pulled that shit on you too, Raymond, so I wouldn't be talking. Take him. I think, though, one of my favorite moments, we were actually trying to be serious about the game at one point. I think it wasn't Skidmark, Camp Skidmark. It wasn't that one. I know we never take that one serious. It was one of the houses. It was that one cabin. It's the one cabin that.
Oh, with the little Easter egg in the lake.
No, the other one. The other one.
Okay.
The cabin to where if something happens,
the Greenfield farmhouse.
I think so. Yeah, I run out the back door. I run out the back door and just walk around to the front outside. Yep. I can't get it hurt. But anyway, we were trying to be serious about this, and we're doing an SB7. And Aaron was asking some questions. I think I had a K2. Or no, I had the parabolic. I think Raymond had the K2. And we heard every single one of us went, fucking shit, nope. We're out.
Yep.
All three of us. But anyway.
Or when the hunt starts and you start to get the strobe effect and you hear the thump. This is when you see seasoned veterans start running around like chicken with the head cut off trying to get to the door. Because you hit that instant panic. Fuck. Where do you go? Okay, what's the door?
Fuck, it's locked. But now it's gotten to the point where we're just kind of desensitized to it. We hear it, and it's like, fuck, run. Oh, wait, it's a vent. Oh, okay, cool. You're a bitch. Yep. Okay, I'm safe. It won't come after me.
And we've died enough times to be able to walk around as ghosts and find hiding places now.
Yes. Or find shit to throw at people, or use stuff to try to lure them to where we want them to go, where we found, or in Raymond's case, just find everything in the fucking house that we can pick up and put it in the truck.
Yeah. Fucking pack rat.
Raymond gets all the stuffed animals. I get every ball, knife, tie-in, pot. It doesn't matter. I'll take it.
Yep.
Stole a guy's iPad.
Oh, it's gone.
I took the phone the one time. I got attacked. I hid. The event was over. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I'm taking your phone.
Yep. We did that with a laptop at one of the homes.
Yep. No, and that's the thing, Bill. We don't either. Real life, let's go. This game, that's a little different. That's a little different.
And I'm telling you, get the demonologist. It's like Phasmophobia's twisted cousin.
Well, I am off for till the 25th. So maybe when I come back from New Orleans, I'll have to download it. There's me staring at the but it's a lot of fun, folks. But this does have a meaning to it, and it's that para-unity. It's para-unity. And now, Aaron, you're doing something a little different than most. And I'll be honest with you, when you I got it, Bill. I'm not there yet, so I know when I cross the Louisiana border. That's but you're doing something a little different than most.
Right.
You do have Specter Radio, but you're also starting this project up, and I'm not gonna go into details about it. I'll let you go ahead because this is really cool, guys. Listen up.
All right, so as Matt mentioned, para-unity has gotten thrown around a lot, and over the years, it went from a good idea to something almost like a tacky cliche. And what sucked about it is when you have an idea that could potentially unite a field in a way that could elevate the field to hopefully become at least a little bit more acceptable by mainstream science, you would think that people would be on board. But sadly, you get those haters, you get those trolls, you get those toxic people who just refuse to accept anything other than what they experience. And a lot of times, these are the same people that use the word para-unity. So that's why it's just messed up. So when I brought Specter Radio back, I'm thinking about this, and I was like, and I've had this idea before, but it was only recently that I decided to just move forward with it. And it's called Consortium of Shadows. And what it is each month there's going to be a stream, or myself not included, a 9-panel show where everybody from different walks, and we're talking psychic, we're talking investigators, researchers, people, Satanists, Wiccans, Christians, whatever. Now, the idea is this is going to be a para-unity trial by fire. And the idea is, I don't care what you think or believe or what you feel about the other people on the panel. If you hate their gut, that's fine. But with para-unity, I want to see if you actually got what it takes to put your money where your mouth is, put the bullshit aside, and talk about the field. Because people have this weird idea that para-unity means you all have to be on the same page. No, it doesn't.
Nope.
It simply means that you are aware that there is a lot of information out there and you show respect. I'm not saying that you have to agree with them. I'm not saying you have to condone with them, but at least respect the fact that they're doing their part to elevate the field and you're doing yours. You respect them, they respect you. This is not going to be an easy show. It's already turning out to be a bit of an undertaking just getting it set up because there's so many people out there. But once it gets going, I genuinely believe that this can inspire people to start working together. Because, I have a shirt design that's on my merch store. It says para-unity. It's time to put up or shut up.
I saw it today, actually.
Yeah. And, Yeah, I'm just tired of para-unity being used as a selling point to get more members to a group.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll say this on air, record it. I agree with this 100%, and I completely back this up. I have your back with this one. And you guys have probably known me for a while now. I think Raymond's known me for about 2 years now. You about the same.
Mhm.
Brian's probably about the same. Fedora, I've known for about 3 to 4 years. I've always mentioned para-unity. And you know what? I agree. It's time for the people to put up or shut up. Because I'm just like you. I feel like that if we're in this field, we need to do it together. If we want to really try to make a difference in our community, we have to do it together.
Mhm.
I've mentioned this before. I've used this analogy. The paranormal field as a whole is a big ass jigsaw puzzle, and it's going to take each and every piece to make it complete. And we are all these pieces. Yes, we're all
Right.
different. Yes, we're different sizes, different shapes, different colors, theories. We all fit together to get that
Mhm.
answer, and it's going to take that. The problem is if you have one hand trying to place that piece, your ego, the money, the disagreements, the disrespect, the lying, that's
Right.
your other hand pulling back. So you
Mhm.
can't place that piece. It's time for everyone in our field, to stop the bullshit. Why tear ourselves down? And to me, if you are in this field, claim to be in this field, for anything other than understanding, constructive criticism, and supporting each other, then you need to get the fuck out of our field.
Mhm.
You are toxic.
Yep.
You need to rethink yourself, rethink your whole responsibilities, your mindset. And I know we said this jokingly, but this is 100% serious right now, folks. We are in a field of spending money, not making it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Let's just look at these podcasts. Myself alone with Paravid Studios, with the Filmora, the stuff I do with the Global Ghost Hunt, and these shows, the Paraverse podcast, right there is easily $100 a month, and I'm lowballing
Mhm.
it, folks, because of the
Well,
licensing and subscriptions,
right.
And I'm not after. I don't care about that. I'm investing. I'm doing what I love to do, and if I can give somebody a new team who never would have thought that they would be interviewed by somebody, and you have 10 minutes in the spotlight, fuck it, I'm going to do it. This is why I'm involved with the Global Ghost Hunt. And to me, yes, I do want to have a shitload of subscribers. I would love to have a lot of followers on, Paranormal Consultant on Facebook
Mhm.
or, and all this stuff, but not for me. Think about it, guys. Think about this. Especially here for you, brother, too. You just imagine this. We've been in this field for a while now.
Mhm.
Can you imagine the boost of ego, of confidence that a brand new team has just coming out of the woodworks? Just got created, no direction, no idea, no nothing, not even an investigation. Like they have a couple of regular investigations, but they want to start making a name for themselves. How fucking awesome would it be to bring them onto our shows and already 100,000 people know who they are?
That's just it. I mean, the subscribers, from our perspective, the subscribers should only matter as more eyes and ears and
Yeah,
mind to know who another person is.
yeah,
If I get 1,000 viewers and each one of those viewers has 1,000 viewers, and you come onto my show, my 1,000 sees who you are, each one of their thousand teach who you are. So the growth is exponential.
Exactly. And isn't that the whole purpose of being on these shows?
Mm-hmm.
Of hosting these shows? It should be. It should be to highlight these people, to network. And you know what? To me, if you can't give constructive criticism to people, you should keep your fucking mouth shut.
Right.
Because here's the thing, and this has happened before with Aaron and I. I'm talking to you guys now in the audience. Aaron and I have had some disagreements over some things.
Oh, yeah.
There were some things that were being done that he didn't like, and there were some things that I just didn't like. But he respects me enough, and I respect him enough that we come to each other and it's like, hey, let me talk to you for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And we discuss it. We constructively discuss it. Everything, even the whole orb debate. Everybody knows about the orb debate. Even that can get knocked down.
Yeah.
Because that's not the focus.
Right.
You know, we have already established, everybody seems to agree that there are no experts in our field. Everybody seems to agree that there's so many different theories out there. But yet when it comes down to it, your theory is wrong, mine's right. So you're just a living contradiction of yourself. I will say this right here, right now, on live, and I said it to Aaron backstage. And if you want to challenge me on this, by all fucking means, there is not one person in this field that I will not sit down and have a conversation with and discuss our field. I will have a talk with them. I will work with them. They need help on an investigation, I'll be right there. Whether it's virtually or in person if I can. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they've done in the past. If you reach out and you need serious help, I'll be there for you. It doesn't matter. The problem is people's egos get in the way. You take the ego out of it, you take the money side out of it. What a great fucking community and what a great field we have.
Right. Well, you know, it isn't always just about avoiding toxic people because they're toxic. And, you know, I have no problem with admitting this. I was around toxic people and I myself became toxic in return. I became the very thing that I was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was the biggest reason for my sabbatical. And a lot of times, you know, you get like I mentioned before, people think pure unity means you have to be on the same page and buddy with people. And that's not the case at all.
Not even close.
And that was probably the one thing that I, you know, just kept going over in my mind. Do I want to get back in there? Because I now realize how easy it is to become toxic, but do I want to get back in there and get caught up in that again? You know, I'm reconnecting with people that I didn't think I would. I'm reconnecting with groups that have people that I disagree with. But I've mentioned this on my show before. I talk about pure unity, but I also talk about reconciliation.
Yep.
Because I'm not trying to reconcile with anybody to be friend with them. I want to reconcile with them because there's going to come a point where I might need their help.
Yep.
And if I can at least get their respect and show them respect, whether I agree with them or not, if we do something together and that just now confirmed so much of what I'm doing and it also confirmed what they're doing, even better. Now, with the whole disagreement, you have a couple of choices. One, like you said, shut up. Or two, get off your ass, go out there and either prove it or disprove it.
Yep. Don't
sit there and run your mouth on the keyboard.
Well, and here's the other thing for me, especially when it comes to evidence. I will sit there and I will give my 2 cents, which I have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, when it all comes down to it, I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know what happened. Great example. The USS North Carolina. I know you were in. I don't know if you were on stream, but I know you were watching it. I believe at one point, Emmy McKenzie, PDX, and I had a similar event happen separately, hours apart. I saw somebody standing somewhere they shouldn't have been fucking standing behind a closed plexiglass doorway. Scared the shit out of me. I told somebody about it. A couple hours later, we heard Emmy scream. It ran through the whole boat. It was great.
Right.
And then she told the same person, unknowingly, the same thing that I saw. We validated each other.
Right.
Now, here's the fun part. We did validate each other. You weren't there. You could easily say, oh, no, that didn't happen.
Right.
Again, every spirit is purple. You can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me right.
Yeah.
If something to somebody is something, here's the way I look at it. If you show me a piece of evidence that you are very passionate about, that something happened, let's just go with the orb thing. It's the most common one that everybody can, I think, relate to. You show me an orb coming down the hallway with a smiley face on it and goes right past the camera. You know for a fact there was nobody in that house. You know there was nobody around. There was no airflow. You know that for 100% fact. You show it to me. I can tell you right now, I'll tell you it's dust with matrixing. The mind sees what it wants to see. That is a piece of dust or a bug flying at the camera. For me, para-unity is for you and I to have this discussion about it. I, as your friend, and I respect you enough, I consider you a brother, and I will do this with anybody, but I should respect that individual enough to say, okay, tell me the circumstances behind this. What was going on? What time frame was this? Where was everybody? And I have to have that trust that you're telling me the truth.
Yep.
And you tell me, okay, well, there's nobody in the house. Nothing was going on. There was no fans blowing. All the windows were shut. They don't have any interior ventilation. There was no fans running. Nothing. It was the cleanest house you'd ever see in your life. There's no dust. Number one, I'll call you bullshit because even the cleanest fucking house has dust. I'll tell you that. But I'll say, okay, was there anything else caught with it? Well, we got some EVPs that sounded like it could be footsteps. We may not do. Okay. What time was that? Oh, it was right around the same time. Okay. Was it louder? Did it get louder or did it get softer? The reason why I'm asking that question, if it got softer, then it's going away from the camera or the recorder. You know, where was it replaced? So the recorder was, if they're a good investigator, it should be right near the camera.
Yep.
They no, it was getting louder as it came. Okay, so now you have a great piece of video coming towards the camera with a good piece of audio getting louder as this was happening. Kind of hard to say it's dust or a bug at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you should be open on both sides. If you, and I think you said it, if you put a piece of evidence up that you're very proud of, be very careful and be ready. And it's sad we have to say that, but it's the truth.
Right.
And you understand that there's a difference between somebody breaking your piece of evidence down and giving you another thought on it than just completely trashing you.
Well, that's just it. I mean, too many people get this. I don't necessarily want to call it instinctive defensive reaction, but they have a defense mechanism that if somebody says anything about the video, their first reaction is to attack, and then they start to respond negatively. You know, I've had people look at my stuff and been like, you know, that's not what you think. Here's what's really happening. And then they explain it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll take your side on that. You know, I am not above saying that, you know, okay, maybe I was wrong. That's another problem people have in the field. They're not willing to admit when they're wrong.
Yeah.
Or even if they're wrong.
You know, it's funny. And I said this I said this backstage, and it's just so amazing to me that let's be honest here, folks. We are in a field of finding truth. We are truth findings. That is what we're trying to do. We're trying to find a great piece of evidence to find out the truth about a story of a spirit that happened or help a family out. We are trying to find truth. But yet there are so many fuckers in this field who are so afraid of it. You're so afraid of the truth, and I don't get it. If I fuck up, I expect my brother here, my brothers and sisters in the audience, to call me out on that. I expect that. I would do the same. If I see Raymond being a fucking toxic piece of shit, which, by the way, Raymond, we need to talk. I expect him to do the same for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not like if I'm starting something up, if some drama is affecting me, or if I'm doing something, I expect Aaron to come to me and say, Matt, you and I need to have a talk. You're being a dick. What you're saying is bullshit. You are going against everything you've been saying. You're being hypocritical about it. And I can do one or two things. I can either say, you know what? Fuck you. I know what I'm doing. And be stubborn about it. Or the mature thing and the para-unity way of doing it is taking that step back and be like, okay, I see where you're coming from. And maybe a post. I hate when people bitch about a post. I really do, because you can't hear it. You can't see the context. Now it's gotten to the point where if like you message me, Raymond messages me, Nando, Brian, Howard, I can almost hear you fuckers.
Right.
Through a text message. I know, like Raymond sends me a fuck you. I know it's saying, hey fucker, how you doing? Hey brother, how you doing?
Right.
You know, and people get so upset. If you have a problem with somebody, get a hold of them. Get a hold of them. Talk to them. And if somebody approaches you about a problem, be receptive of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing these. If you're on camera and you say the word para-unity, but you're refusing to be open-minded and open to constructive criticism,
right,
you done fucked up. I will call you out right here, right now. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all about having respect. And, you know, maybe there's something that could have been worded differently. You know, or maybe there's something that you didn't see. Like, if something happens during an investigation, like this whole dust situation, maybe Aaron didn't notice that through a window that's at the end of the hallway, somebody was coming through with a flashlight.
Yep. And I've actually had somebody call out one of my evidence, and after, examining it with him, turns out he was right.
Yeah.
And I told him, you know what? That's a good call.
Yeah.
I can respect somebody who will approach me in a civil manner and, like I say, break down my evidence and show me, okay, you could be wrong and here's why. I can respect somebody to tell me that versus somebody think that's fucking bullshit. Well, you know what? Get the fuck out of here with that attitude.
Yeah. And
it's all about approach.
And that's the thing. Like, okay, great example. There's an individual that we used to work with a lot. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Had a really great piece of evidence. Really good piece of evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best I've seen in years. Until I got it on the big screen. I got it on the big screen, and I think I was with Emmy. And we noticed something. We noticed an anomaly in the video. And we debunked it. On a mobile device, it looked like the best thing I've seen in a long time. I got it home, downloaded it. I ran it through its paces just like I would any of my videos and any of my evidence. And you guys, and by the way, folks, if you think I'm harsh on other people's stuff, you should see what I do to mine. I doubt a lot of my evidence. If I can convince myself, then I post it. But anyway, that's why you don't see a lot from me. I'm dead serious.
Yep.
That's why you don't see a lot from me.
Yep.
Not just because I don't investigate, it's because I'm very crucial on what I put out. If I don't believe it's paranormal based, it ain't going out. But I got a hold of this guy and I said, hey, look, I was like, listen, brother, I saw the video. I've been watching it over and over. I was watching it with Emmy. We noticed something. And I said, this is what's going on. I said, I can honestly say 110% this is what's going on because I can see what's going on. It was a shadow of or something. There was basically something he thought was manifesting in a doorway or a window. And it looked legit. It looked like a figure coming up. Lo and behold, once you start breaking it down, it was actually a flashlight pointed at somebody. And their shadow was on the wall. And it looked like somebody manifesting.
Right.
He was so upset about it. He's like, I already put it out. I don't know what to do. I said, listen, just be honest with it. Just come out and say, hey, we debunked it. It's a great piece of evidence, but we debunked it.
Yep.
This is what it is. And people have respect for you about it. Sadly, it never happened that way. But honestly, if it was mine, I'd be praising these guys. Like, I'll pick on you guys in the audience right now. I know, Bill's still here, Raymond's still here, and Aaron. If you three came to me and said, Matt, we looked at your piece of evidence, it could be Casper the freaking friendly ghost. Sit down and have it. They go, yo, what's up? You come up to me and say, look, we saw it. We don't believe it. Here's why. And you show me what you're seeing. Cool. No problem. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys doing that. Or a piece of audio. Anything. And that's the way it should be. Right. I'm not saying we're perfect though, folks. We're really not. But what we're saying is on both sides of that, be open to criticism, constructively criticize, and be open and listen, because somebody may have a different experience that you may not.
Well, but I mean, that right there is also another reason why people need to be more critical of their evidence instead of just posting it right away without really taking a deeper look at things.
100%. Now, I know there's some teams out there, and this is perfectly fine to do. This is absolutely fine to do. I actually applaud it. There are teams out there that will post raw video of their stuff, of their investigation, and have the audience listen in and comment what they're hearing. I applaud that. That is actually a great technique, and honestly saves a lot of fucking time on editing. But, but
if you're an editor, you know.
Here's the thing. I don't know how many times you go through your shit, but I go through it at least 3 to 4 times. So a 9-hour investigation ends up being 36 hours typically.
Yeah.
And that's straight, by the way, folks, not just, 15 minutes to walk away. 3 days later, it's done. No, but what I'm saying is, that's a great technique, and that's what I love about the Global Ghost Hunt. And I know we just had a meeting today, and we really want the audience to be involved with the Global Ghost Hunt, with these investigations, because think about it. What's a digital recorder? It's an electronic microphone, right? And it's just a recording device. Same fucking thing. This is exactly the same. We are basically doing a live listen on a digital recorder, which means any EVPs should get heard during the live listen, because these microphones are very sensitive. So the people watching can be a part of the investigation. Hey, I just heard someone's name. And trust me, Brian, myself, or some others, we'll be backstage. If we see your comment, we'll post it. We'll bring it up on the screen just for the team, so they can see, somebody just heard thing. So you're virtually investigating these locations. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of locations, especially on this list, that are on my bucket list. And the fact that I get to virtually investigate it, that makes me feel great. It's like, that's a great opportunity. Why would I want to miss that?
Well,
And
it also gives you an opportunity to actually earmark the timestamp,
yeah,
which makes it easy for you to go, okay, they said it was at this time. I know exactly where to go.
exactly. And, it's a win-win in my book. It is a 100% win-win. And even better than all of that, you're showing support to these teams in these locations. So why wouldn't you want to get people involved? Same thing with Aaron's show that he's doing, like this once a month event. Fuck, I'd say every other weekend. Let's go.
Well, I mean, it could get to that point. I mean, it just, for right now, for as hard as I'm having to work to get this first one going, it's just going to be a once a month thing.
And that's the other thing too, Bill. I like analog and VHS. I have no issues with. I've used them before, but I mean, the fact is, folks, is I agree with Aaron on this one. Para-Unity has been tossed around so much, and honestly, that's why I backed out for a while. You guys remember when P3 shut down and when the Paracrew shut down? It wasn't for just one reason. Because it wasn't fun. I wasn't enjoying it. And there was a lot of ego. Ego was still trying to leak in. And that is not the point. This is why the Paraverse is here. Which is why the Up program is here. And honestly, it's just one of those things where it can be done. But like you said, now's the time to put up or shut up.
Yep.
So anyway, so are we done ranting, or do we want to keep going? I'm good with keep going.
I don't know if that's really ranting.
Do you want to? I can roll my sleeves.
Well, I mean, man, I don't know. Because I mean, you know me, I have a really bad habit of pulling off a no scope headshot on some people sometimes.
I know, that's why I love hanging out with you, brother. The one thing I will add on to this, folks, is if there's an individual who will not open a line of communication, they're a problem. And just remember, communication is a two-way street. If you're waiting for somebody to say something, or to say somebody's hurt you in the past, or you just don't like them, and you want to get to know them, reach out. I know my door is always open. Anybody can message me anytime. I don't care. I've said that many times. I may not get back right away, but I will get back. I will answer you. Right. So it's a two-way street. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you have something to say to somebody, reach out. Say it. Who cares? Right. If they block you, tell the fuck what. But so when are you planning on starting this new throwdown?
Well, okay, so I've got 4 or 5 people right now, and I need like 3 more.
Much love.
And I've got to, I like I said, I'm not trying to bring blood enemies together, at least not yet.
Paranormal death match.
Yeah. Yeah, paranormal death match, and then followed by an immediate investigation of the ring.
I have an idea.
Yeah. Where's the fucking truck?
New merch.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but I want to have people that have differences of opinion and thought to come together.
Much love.
So it's important that, like I said, I want this to inspire the mindset that, if you're going to do this, you're doing this for the evidence. I don't care what your logo looks like. I don't care what kind of music track you got in the intro. I don't give a shit about if you got matching pink uniforms. Fuck all that shit. I am not interested. I want to know, what did you catch? How did you catch it? What are your theories? Things like that. Why do you think, orbs aren't real? Why do you think they are real? Why do you think, EMF detectors is one of the must-have pieces in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Why do you have a problem with Ovilus, or why do you have a problem with using apps?
You're going to start setting me off here in a little bit.
Well, I mean, luckily you and I have similar ideas about apps, but I would like to hear some people's experiences about apps.
Yeah.
There used to be a show, I forget the name.
Thank you.
But basically it boiled down to convince me.
Yeah.
I challenge you to convince me.
And here's the thing, and I'm all for an open debate. I really am. And I said open debate, folks. And what I mean is if what I'm saying or what I'm doing bothers you, talk to me about it. We'll talk. I don't give a shit. I think Aaron and I, and even Raymond and I, we've had a couple of conversations about some evidence and some things we don't agree with.
Right.
They're still my brothers. Still love them. Still respect them. I respect them even more because they do that. And Bill the same way. Bill and Rob and I were on a really nice, I think about a month-long stretch on conspiracies. Now, what was being said, do I completely 100% agree with? No. But I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to say his theory is wrong. I'm not here to sit here and say that what he believes is bullshit. No, absolutely not. That's what he believes. That's what he believes. He obviously believes it well enough to, there's something about it. And it's our job to find that out.
Yep.
We're after the truth, people. So there's only one way to find that out, and that's to investigate it.
Prove it or disprove it.
Yeah. So I just want to say I fully believe in what you're doing, brother. You have my 120% support. If there's anything you need from me on my end, you know where I'm at. Let me know.
For sure.
And guys, if you're still watching, thank you.
Why? Sorry.
Why? Actually, I did have somebody say, "Hey, I watch your shows." I just went, "Why?"
Yeah.
But no, if you guys want to see Aaron's show and also listen to Specter Radio and check out his links, they're right in the description. Go check them out, share them, share, subscribe, other English words. But show them some love, guys. Seriously, show them some love. I'm really glad that you're back, brother. I really am. And
we'll see about that.
Oh, trust me. If these ideas come to fruition, we're gonna have some fun. I have a feeling, especially with the open debate one and the open talking and all this collaboration stuff. I have a feeling I'm gonna get invited several times, and just because I like to stir the pot, and it's like, no. But again,
I've already got you down for we've already talked about that, and like I said, once I get the people together and I start talking dates, I'll run those dates by you, and we'll, like I said, this is going to take some work.
I will request off. And in the meantime, if there's anything that you need from me, like I said, brother, let me know. Be more than happy to help out. But definitely, folks, go check out Aaron and what he's up to. Go check out Specter Radio. You will not be disappointed. Don't worry about the last week's video. Just watch for Aaron. You can meet me. And there's one big question. Let's go, bitch. There's one question though that I wanted to say for the last, brother. When are we playing Faz again? When are we live streaming Faz?
I am down whenever.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll see you in about 30 minutes. No, we'll definitely have to do something here soon. But other than that, guys, I got nothing else besides, don't forget, opening ceremonies for the Global Ghost Hunt start at 8 p.m. sharp on the 19th. Come in, join, laugh with, see Brian, myself, as we open up to the October Global Ghost Hunt. And we started off with none other than Raymond Newsom, with Newsom Paranormal. And it's going to be a great, great time, guys. You will see a lot of great teams and amazing locations. I'm not gonna lie; these 10 days are going to be phenomenal. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure when the next Paraverse will be, as like I said, the Global Ghost Hunt is going on here in just less than 4 days. So I don't know when, but I do know that the Wicked Queen and I, we've already discussed it. We will be going live from the road on the way to New Orleans. We have a 19 and a half hour estimated drive. She is stuck with me for that long in a car. You know there's going to be a live stream, and if anybody wanted to see that pay-per-view match where she beats the crap out of me, that'll be the one. That'll be the time to watch. So, all right, Aaron, you have anything you want to say, brother, before we get out of here?
Well, the same thing I always say with whether it's my show or anybody else's show: be smart, be safe, be kind to one another, because you never know, your one act of kindness might change somebody's life. And as always, stay spooky.
Love it. I couldn't say it any. Bill, you're not wrong. And me too. And it's honestly the way back that I'm really worried about. There's a reason. But other than that, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am Matt, Paranormal Consultant. We'll catch you next time on the Paraverse. And I guess there's only one more thing left for me to say. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe, guys. And as always, you know it. Happy hauntings.